Right now at 6, record-breaking heat moves in.
It does take a lot out of you, and this is such a great reprieve to have.
The outreach now underway to protect our most vulnerable.
Plus, the heat wave prompting new concerns around water safety.
Wearing a life jacket, staying hydrated, and just always keeping an eye on each other, and especially the little ones.
And talk about timing as thousands hit the road for the mother of all relays.
Away they go!
Running 200 miles total through triple-digit heat.
The sun's on the back of you, there's no water, no shade. It's pretty brutal.
Well, good evening, everyone. We want to get right to breaking news in East Portland, where a vehicle fire has completely shut down westbound I-84. It looks like the flames are out there, and it may be a truck. Can't tell here. They may be moving that vehicle or be able to move it off the highway westbound. You can just see it now on the far left of your screen, the shoulder, sneaking one lane of cars sneaking past, but still that backup there goes on for miles. This is near 148th. We understand it's also impacting eastbound, so that's gorge-bound traffic. You see maybe that's down to, looks like 2 of the 3 lanes. That backup also extensive right now. ODOT asking drivers to avoid the area, so Marine Drive, Airport Way, Sandy, Halsey, just some of the potential alternatives here.
Again, traffic headed toward I-205. I mean, at the last shot you saw maybe one lane slowly getting around that collision, that crash. The backup stretching out to Fairview. ODOT expects the closure to last quite some time, though at this point really no word if anyone was hurt, but we will keep you posted on any new information that we get. And we are also following breaking news out of Gresham, where crews are battling a fire at a tire warehouse. This is a live look from the scene not far from Halsey and 192nd. You can still see the fire trucks there, as well as the crews spraying water down onto the fire. Fortunately, we don't see any flames. The smoke has dissipated quite a bit from what we saw earlier. Firefighters definitely making good progress despite the oppressive heat.
Yeah, things looking a lot better, because this is what it looked like when the fire started around 2:30 this afternoon. The view here from our Wells Fargo sky camera, dark smoke billowing into the sky. Of course, we'll keep you updated on both of these breaking stories.
Now to team coverage of this extreme heat with our reporters across our region, looking at how people are coping, from cooling centers to water safety to the thousands who are running hood to coast.
So much to get to. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is tracking our weather impact alert. Joe, it is now the hottest day of the year so far, and the first where we hit triple digits in the Rose City.
102 degrees earlier this afternoon, and there's a chance we could do it tomorrow, and in a few locations it could be a 3-day performance with this record heat wave moving through. This is what we saw this afternoon for your daytime highs. Temperatures are cooling off just a little bit right now. Regardless, it's going to be a hot night, and overnight lows really don't cool off much, but much of the metro area, if you're seeing triple digit heat right here on this map, that means you saw a new record in your city. Along the Oregon coast, yeah, very nice, with a temperature of 82 degrees this afternoon. So here's a look at where the records were. Portland 102, Vancouver, McMinnville 100 degrees. The record in Vancouver, this one's interesting. The last time it was that warm this late, 1891 in Vancouver. Now we go from the record heat to start to see our temperatures cool off a little bit, with a temperature right now of 99 degrees in downtown Portland. We're going to be under the weather impact alert tonight through the early part of next week throughout the valley, up and down the I-5 corridor. We could be looking at the chance to see another round of record-breaking heat tomorrow, with temperatures anywhere from 100 to 104 degrees in a few locations. Coming up, my detailed forecast, I'll let you know when we can expect to see a big relief on the way.
Well, safe to say we are just getting started. Thanks, Joe. I want to bring in Celine Stevens at a cooling center in Southwest Portland.
Yeah, Celine, I'm sure lots of big efforts out there to keep people cool.
David, Christine, definitely. I'm currently outside of St. Stephen's, one of those sites operating as a cooling center that will also remain open overnight. Now, it's not just the county and the city doing things to try and help those most vulnerable against this heat, but local organizations are also doing their part as these temperatures hit over 100 degrees today.
Here's a water for you.
Staying hydrated, fed, and out of the sun may be easy for some in a heat wave, but not for all.
But it's really important to get that water on you and cool, to have a place to cool down and drink water.
When you get such drastic temperatures from the night to the day, it does take a lot out of you, and this is such a great reprieve to have.
Places like the Blanchet House, not only fulfilling their regular duties of providing meals and connecting those in need with resources, but helping people cool off.
And the excessive heat with the cooling tent they've got right there, it's a delightful delightful feeling.
Just handing out as much water as we can, doing welfare checks on people outside, making sure people have access to water, and certainly the misting tent can provide a lot of important relief.
They make resources like this misting tent available.
Yeah, I just came out and said, oh, that feels good.
When it's simply just too hot.
This weather condition is not just dangerous for people who are unsheltered, but usually when we see fatalities during these extreme events, it's people who are living in shelters or low-income housing.
Multnomah County reported 2 suspected heat-related deaths earlier this month. Now, officials are expanding cooling options across the county, from shelters to malls to misting stations.
Right now, there are more than 70 safe, cooled spaces across our city. Shelters and libraries, community centers and malls and splash pads, parks with misting stations. Please seek them out.
The county declaring another state of emergency, which will last through Monday morning, and asking people to do their best to stay safe.
So if you're an event organizer, if you were planning on attending an outside event during this heat wave, please reconsider. We should be prioritizing the safety of our community above all else.
Now, for specifics about where these cooling centers are and which libraries have extended hours and any other information you need to know, you can dial 211. Places like the Blanchet House are asking for donations to help in situations like these. So things like water, reusable water bottles, brimmed hats, visors, and more. Back to you.
Yeah, so important to take care of yourself. And yes, if you can, help others too. Thank you, Celine. Let's go now to John Adams live at Willamette Park.
Well, John, I'm sure you'd rather be in the water right now. Shade hard to come by there. How's it looking? And also worth reminding folks on how to stay safe.
Yeah, David and Christine, Water Patrol and lifeguards all agree that if you're going to go in the water, the best way to stay safe is by wearing a life jacket. Now, earlier today, we stopped by Broughton Beach on the Columbia River near PDX. We spoke with a Multnomah County Sheriff's Office spokesperson who says Water Patrol expects to see a very busy weekend on local waterways and beaches. Deputy John Plock wants boaters to double check that they have life jackets on board for all passengers and to make sure anyone 12 and under is wearing a life jacket, because that is a requirement. We also stopped by Glen Auto Park on the Sandy River, where AMR River Rescue lifeguards anticipate a busy weekend, which is typical for the location on hot days. Lifeguards want people to remember these tips before heading to the waters to cool off.
Wearing a life jacket, staying hydrated. It gets hot and you can get dehydrated really quickly, and just always keeping an eye on each other and especially the little ones.
Now, Deputy Plock wants to remind people to avoid alcohol because it oftentimes plays a factor in boating accidents and drownings. Back to you.
Yeah, really good reminder. John, appreciate you and all of our reporters out there in this extreme heat. Well, meanwhile, North Portland's Peninsula Park Pool, this little bit of good news, is staying open an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was supposed to shut down today for maintenance, but now it'll be welcoming swimmers through September 5th.
I think that's great. The heat is so tremendous this summer that it'll be great to have for the pool open, and just an extra couple days makes a difference.
Along with Peninsula Park, 2 other city pools will also stay open until the 5th. Those are Pure Pool, also in North Portland, and Creston in Southeast.
Okay, let's talk hood to coast now, because the mother of all relays kicked things off in the Cascades this morning under much cooler conditions. Hours later, the reality is set in this relay, well, it's far from over.
Our Devin Haskins is at one of the exchanges at OMSI, where runners just keep flying through. Devin, hope everyone's out there hydrating up.
Yeah, as best as you can. I mean, it is hot out here, and as miserable as you think running in this weather would be, every time you see somebody finish, there is a crowd cheering, and also smiles as the finishing runner hands off their baton to their teammates. Now, we were hoping to catch one of those runners crossing right now, but as luck would have it, oh, here comes one guy, but he's a little farther away. Anyways, hot is the word of the day that we've heard from runners all day.
The mother of all relays, 200 miles to go to the finish line. 3, 2, 1, away they go.
A cool morning down the mountain to kick off the 43rd running of Hood to Coast. I'm stoked. I'm excited. Last time I did it was 8 years ago, and so I'm 8 years older.
Everyone has a smile on their face to start, but what lies in front of them is more than just the road ahead.
So I grew up in Alaska, and so, man, it probably feels like I'm going to be in like the Sahara Desert today.
By midday,
it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah. All right.
It's a hot one. Can't believe these guys are running.
at the Sandy High School exchange point.
It's really hot. Yes, blazing.
Runners who hadn't even started yet were feeling the sun.
I have sweat dripping down my butt crack right now. I'm getting ready to start my first leg, runner 7. So, can't wait.
And then there are those just finishing their first leg.
It's pretty brutal. But everybody's been really kind, like sprinklers and waters, and if it wasn't for other people, I don't think I could have finished.
And it's those other people
It's a mess, you guys.
that are helping each other.
All right, breathe.
Hood to Coast organizers recognized the extreme heat and said they'll have plenty of water along the routes. They also said there will be roving first responders looking out for any medical emergencies.
Know your body, know how you feel, slow down if you need to, but realize this is a community event. It's about the experience, it's about connecting with people. It's not really about winning.
A community out here with the same goal.
Oh my goodness, but we did it. We did it.
Of just finishing their run, get cooled off, knowing the next leg is just up the road.
It's just a part of the sport, you know. It's a love-hate relationship. But that's what keeps you going, so we got 2 more to go.
2 more to go. Well, starting here, what they do is they go across the Telephone Crossing, they go up the waterfront, up Highway 30 towards Scappoose, and then over the Cascade Range. And hopefully by the time that runners reach the Cascade Range, the temperatures start to cool down. You get into those overnight runs, making it a little bit more comfortable for everybody in this hot heat. But they just got to get through these next couple legs. Back to you.
Yeah, one can only hope. A love-hate relationship. Hey, by the way, Thomas Schultz, Evan Watson, Al McCarty, if you're out there listening, and the rest of the KGW News team, we are all collectively cheering you on. Thanks so much, Devin. Hey, by the way, we've made it easy for you to get the latest on the extreme heat sent right to your phone. Just text the word HEAT to the number on your screen. It's 503-226-5088. We will text you back with a link to a growing list of resources.
In tonight's headlines, Evergreen Public Schools is delaying the start of the school year by 1 week after support staff voted to strike. School is now scheduled to start September 2nd. District leaders say the delay gives them more time to negotiate with the union, which represents paraeducators, bus drivers, and others. The next mediation session is set for Monday.
In Washington County, authorities are looking for a man who was just convicted of kidnapping a young child. They say 27-year-old Over Ochoa Lopez failed to return to court during his trial. Authorities say in 2023, Ochoa Lopez approached a child outside a Beaverton apartment and took her inside his unit. The child later escaped on her own. A bench warrant has now been issued for his arrest.
And the flat fire in Central Oregon has prompted level 3 evacuation orders in parts of Jefferson and Deschutes counties. It's burning southwest of the popular Lake Billy Chinook recreation area. It flared up yesterday and has since grown to about 3,300 acres. The state fire marshal's office has sent task forces in from around the state, including crews from Washington County.